Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'm going to be doing a collective read. More specifically, I was called to do a you and them reading. So take that as it resonates. It could be between you and someone that you're romantically involved with, you and family, you and friends, you and your place of employment. Not really sure how it's going to turn out, but I just heard you have to do a you and them reading. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to start off with the Untamed Spirits animal deck, and then I'll clarify with tarot. I am going to do my tarot intro, so for those who have been here, I put chapter markers in. You can move straight to the pre-shuffle or to the reading proper. So here we go. Tarot is a tool for self-reflection. It's meant to help guide you and assist in making decisions about your life. And when I say that, it means using the tarot is like I'll pull a card and it represents a theme, an archetype. And it's up to you to decide how does that resonate with your life? Does it speak to you? And does it help shed light on any of the issues or concerns you have in your current situation? Nothing is set in stone. Everything is up for change depending on the things that you do and the things that other people do. And more specifically, you are the grand maestro of your own destiny. I believe in fate and destiny, but I also believe that it will only take you so far. You have to decide whether or not to walk that path, or to take that opportunity, or to profess or confess your feelings, whatever the situation is. It's not set in stone. You have full free will and autonomy. And just because I've done a reading doesn't mean you have to take it. So don't give your power up to a tarot reading alone. It's simply meant to help you or give perspective on you making your own decisions with your own personal inner moral compass in pursuit of your own particular brand of happiness. So having said that, let's go ahead and get into the pre-shuffle. In the pre-shuffle, we're going to get some animal oracles. Again, this is going to be a you and them kind of situation. Move my microphone, it's a little too far for me. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's start with, and because this is a you and them, just because I'm saying this is you and this is them, if it seems the other way around, go ahead and swap it. Just for the fact of taking whatever resonates with you, you know? Also, I didn't mean to turn this over like the way that I just did. I did it unconsciously. And we have the swan, which is self-love and purity. But we also have a swan and its reflection. So for those that may resonate already with the symbolism of the swan, this often connects with people as being a divine counterpart, a soul connection, a soulmate, a twin flame. Take it as it resonates. I can't tell you how your person resonates in your own life. That's up to you. But I can tell you what I see in the cards, and you can apply it as it feels it resonates. So just put that in your back pocket for those it resonates. We saw the swan card. Okay, so can we get a card for the viewer? What kind of energy is the viewer encapsulating right now? All right. So what we have is the toad. We have listening and secrecy. Pardon me, secrecy. Now, whenever I see an amphibious creature, you'll have to excuse me because yes, I understand that frogs and toads are amphibious, and in a spiritual sense, they represent healing. But for me, as someone who plays video games, I think about World of Warcraft's pet battling system, and as soon as I saw this, I saw the battle pet that you have, which is like a little frog, and it gives healing rain. If for those who don't understand what World of Warcraft battle pet system is, it's basically like Pokemon in World of Warcraft. It's like a way you can battle with little pets. Anyways, when I see the toad, I'm seeing someone who is healing, someone who promotes healing. And when I hear healing rain, for those that may resonate, someone out there may be named Rain, like Rainn or Rainne. And this might even be your soul's path. For those that resonates, it may be that you are a healer, or you're working towards a spiritual path where you want to learn how to heal. Maybe there's interest in Reiki. Maybe there's interested in shamanic journeying. So for what I'm going to go ahead and class as the, oh, I'm being told to put it on this side. Okay. Oh, okay. I hear what it, I was told to put it on this side because of the light and the healing of the moon. So that's where that's going to sit. We'll put it on this side up here. So we'll do the tarot underneath it. Okay. So we have someone who is a healer, studies healing. Perhaps they may or may not be named Rain. Um, and when I hear healing rain, it's almost like I get the image of someone who, just by nature of being around them, people feel at ease. People feel calm. They are more likely and more predisposed to divulge their situation, their feelings, their hurts to this person. It's like if this resonates with you, that you often get people coming up to you and telling you their life story, and after they leave, they feel relieved, like you've lifted a weight from them. You are a natural healer. And if that sort of spiritual path is not in line with how you live day to day, it could simply be that you have a natural magnetism to you. People are just drawn to you, to your warm, countenance, your friendly smile. You make friends quickly and keep friends because of your nature. Okay, so let's see what we have for the person that the viewer is connected with. Again, if this resonates the other way around, take it like that. Also, tarots, tarot readings are timeless. So if you happen to see this reading like 2 or 3 years from now, take it as it resonates. It is how it appears when you see it, if that makes sense. Okay, let me turn that back around. I saw that it was upside down, and I don't like false upside down cards. I like to start off upright, and if it flips out in reverse, then that's what Spirit wanted. I'm also being told to cut the deck. Okay, let me give it one more shuffle, Spirit. Okay, so cut the deck. So we have, why is it upside down again? Okay, let's look at that. Let me turn them right side up. Okay, so we have fox and lynx. So mind you, these were in reverse, and I went on that whole little spiel about how I don't like upside downs, and I had made sure that the cards are right side up, and here we had them turn in reverse again. But I'm showing you what they mean. Sorry, let me make sure they're more centered. So adaptability, reactivity, invisibility, and revelation. So these came in reverse like this. So this makes me feel that someone is refusing to change. And oh, I just heard bottling emotions. This is the fox energy in reverse. They're refusing to change, or maybe they're stubborn to change. Maybe they're afraid of change, and they bottle their emotions. With the links and card, we have invisibility and revelation. It seems apparent to everybody else that this person, the other person that we're waiting on getting a card from, the other person is going through something. It's not like this person's not like hiding it very well. It's very obvious to everyone around them that they're going through something, but whatever the revelation is, they see it, but they're not disclosing it. So people around them can tell that they're going through something, and the person who's going through it knows what the revelation is, but they're not disclosing it. I get the feeling that people around them are likely like, hey, what's going on? You seem different. You seem off. You seem distracted. What's going on? And they may be saying something along the lines of like, oh, just work, or just under the weather, or whatever excuse that they're giving. But they know there's something that has come to their mind, that has been made aware to them about their situation, and they understand the revelation. They see it like a neon sign, but they will not say anything to anyone on the chance that someone may think something of them. What that is, I don't know, because it depends on the relationship that exists between you and the person. So let's continue forward. What energy is this person encapsulating? Aside from the fact that we just got some energy that leads us to believe that they're a little bit stubborn, that outwardly people notice that there's something going on, but they're not disclosing anything to the people around them. Okay, so we have the peacock, beauty and completeness. Interesting. Okay. So beauty and completeness. With a peacock, as an animal person, I love animals. And I worked both with wildlife and domestic pets for a really long time. And the peacock, the male peacock, has this brilliant display. They're putting, oh, I just heard, they're putting on airs. They're putting on airs, which means that they're playing a part. They're showing their most colorful self as a distraction. Because if you, behind this big fan of feathers, it's all kind of muted because all the colors are on one side, but what's behind it is all kind of muted and gray, and you just see like the actual what are they called? I've lost it. For those of you that know like animal anatomy, what is the name of the actual feather? I want to say stalk, like what the little frills are attached to. I forget what that's called. I am embarrassed that I've forgotten, but I have. But on the other side of this fan, it's all just muted colors like browns and creams and khakis, and it's muted. What they're showing face forward, what they're showing is colors. They're showing vibrancy. They're shaking their fan to be like, hey, look at me. I'm okay. But what's behind that fan is not. It's a little bit drab. There's not a lot of color. And this fan, this display putting on airs is trying to distract people from what they're actually feeling. Okay, so we have a healer who brings comfort and ease wherever they go, and then we have someone who may be putting on airs that is not really not ready to own up to what they're going through with the split deck, or the cutting the deck that I was told to do by Spirit. We got the lynx and the fox in reverse. So there is very much the energy of hiding away, not pretending, but refusing or scared to change, refusing or being fearful of what it means to adapt to a new way of life. And also that they, again, with this display, this putting on airs, they think they're doing a good job of pretending like everything's okay, like, you know, wearing a mask to the world. They think that this fan of display that they're putting on is detracting from what they're actually going through, but that is not the case. People around them can see that they are going through something. And they have already had a revelation. They already kind of know the message that they got, the realization, what they should have done, or how they messed up, or that they should say something, or they should act in some way. Whatever the revelation is, I'm not trying to put the fault on this person, but there's something that they know that they should do, should say, or feel, or change, or something. Like there's a revelation. They know it. They're not speaking on it. They're not telling anybody. It's affecting them internally, and people can see it on the outside. So, having said all that, what is the energy of these two people together? Again, I don't know whether or not this is romantic or it is co-workers or family, but let's just see what happens. Now, I do want to point out that we did get, unconsciously, I held the deck like this, and I got the swan, which is indicative of divine counterparts, soulmates, twin flames, however you want to title it. So that may be for a specific group of people. That's not necessarily for everyone. Take it as it resonates. But let's get some cards on what the energy is together. What are these two people's energy in combination with each other? Then we'll get cards about how they feel. Okay, so we have starfish. So wishes and sensitivity. Hold on. I hear sensitivity, like sensitivity as in spirituality, being sensitive, being an empath, being understanding. These two people might have some sort of connection. Outside of romance, it could be telepathic. Again, if this is like a best friend or a close family member or someone that you get along with really well at a place of employment, you guys just might have a really good rapport, or instinctually and kind of just from a gut perspective know what the other is thinking. But when we come to the starfish, I can't help but also think of the star in tarot, and it being a card about hopes, dreams, and wishes coming true and coming towards you. And then there's sensitivity. There's something about, with this card coming out, it makes me feel like there's a certain path of unspoken, if you don't want to say telepathic, if you want to just say you guys have like a hunch, you guys are good at knowing what the other is thinking just by virtue of knowing them well. But I'm getting the energy of, this is like the star card. This is about hopes, dreams, and wishes. This is empathic. There's some sort of either telepathic connection or empathic connection between the two. And it may be because this person, whoever they are, is naturally a healer, vibrates in like a positive, very comforting, very like warm way that people naturally, like I say, open up to them. And maybe because they are connected with this person who's putting on a mask or putting on airs and saying, hey, I'm totally fine, but they actually are totally not, they can sense their feelings. So let's get into the tarot. I'm going to be using the Bianca Nero tarot. It's a really beautiful black and white tarot. Looks like this. So let's get some cards on what is the current energy of the person who is got kind of this soothing energy, this this Warcraft battle pet that like is healing their friends and those around them when in need, is there as a confidant, as a, oh, there we go. We have temperance. So this person's in a place of balance. This person is not only in a place of, again, not only in a place of balance, but they are in a way of balancing. Like that's part of their healing is, or their influence or their like experience, if you will. They help balance. It's like they are walking through life and everything they touch has like some sort of they leave some sort of impression, and not in a negative way, in a positive way. I'm hearing moments of realization, and that is strange that I thought that, because again, with those two cards, the lynx and the fox that came, out upside down in the pre-shuffle, this person is going through some sort of revelation. I'm getting the inclination that this person has been trying to help this person come to some sort of realization, trying to help them along their way. I do get some sort of unconscious, but a small sprinkling of arrogance on the side. Like they're like, no, I'm fine. I don't need your help. Like, I don't need, oh, I just heard, I don't need your woo woo. I don't need your special magics. I can get through it myself. So there is a little bit of like teasing or ribbing. Oh my God, I said ribbing and I'm looking at the frog and like ribbit. Like there's some level of ribbing or like teasing or like minimizing of your ability to heal. But that's on the surface. That is the mask that they are wearing, because the revelation that they are having is likely, oh, they're right. They've been right. They are right. But I'm going to just keep it inside and I'm going to pretend everything is fine. This person has a balancing effect on people. They go through life, when they interact with people, when they involve themselves with people, when they give their energy in friendships and in love, they leave lasting impressions, and not in a negative way, and not because they even want to do that. It just happens naturally because they inherently are a natural healer, or they naturally have an air of contentedness. Like I said, people are comfortable around this person. People tell their like, this person could be standing in a grocery aisle or standing in line to check out at a store, and they just make small talk, and this person ends up sharing, their whole life story, or how Timmy needs braces, or how, Araceli or Adriana needs, a new pair of shoes or whatever. Okay, so for this person, I was shuffling and looking at this. We have the Ace of Swords. There is a truth that this person is being. I just heard there's a truth that's being shoved in their face. And again, this has to do with like this revelation, this balancing energy, this there's some like it's so strong, and it's kind of irritating. I want to be like, just own to it. There is this feeling that this person there was that revelation, but there is a deep truth that they're recognizing that makes them super uncomfortable, and or makes them see very clearly that there is some action that they are supposed to have been taking and they have not yet taken it. There's something they're supposed to do for themselves in line with their truth. And perhaps this energy has been trying very hard in the kind, not pushing, because I don't believe this energy is like a pushing energy. It's a healing energy. And sometimes healings take time. No one, like, if you had like a broken bone, it would take a certain amount of time. But when you have something that is emotional or spiritual, it's going to take a little bit longer. And I feel like this person has patience. We have listening. I'm sorry, I'm just noticing that right now. We have listening in the word in that card. I'm hearing patience. So this person has had the patience of what I hear is a saint with this person, for them to realize the truth of what they should do. How should they act? How should they take care of themselves? How should they love each other? How they should make a decision, change a job, move home, have a new relationship, consider a relationship if they're long time single, own to feelings that they may have about somebody, or maybe they're in a relationship that isn't happy. Like, whatever it is, there is some big revelation that this energy has been trying to get them to come to terms with. And the thing is, they feel, oh my God, they feel empathically, because of the starfish energy, they feel empathically that the revelation has already happened, but there's no words communicated between the two that this person has told that person, yeah, you're right. Or maybe not, yeah, you're right, because I feel like maybe that's not the energy this person's in. They won't, like, they're hesitant to be like, you were right all along. But more like I've decided, I finally understand. I finally come to terms with the fact that this is my truth. This is what I do. I need to make this action. I'm happy about this. I need to define boundaries for myself. I need to speak my truth, whatever it is. Okay, let's get some more. Details about this healing energy here. Oh, we got 2, which is great because I wanted 3. So we've got the 8 of Wands, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Let me move this up a little bit so it's not so far down there. Or how about we overlap it a little bit? Yeah, we'll do that. So, with the 8 of Wands, for this energy particularly, I'm hearing that this person has been getting what in the spiritual community we call downloads. They've been getting messages. And to be honest, I can understand that as someone who's sensitive to energies myself. With the previous lunar eclipse, and we're going to have a solar eclipse happening soon, there's a lot of energy astrologically in astronomy. Like, there's a lot of planetary movements. I don't know a whole lot about astrology. It's something I want to learn about, but there is a lot of energy happening in this particular moment in time, especially since on Thursday the 20th, we have the equinox. And so this person has been getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages, a lot of um, vibes or sensations. Maybe they've up leveled. Maybe their sensitivity or empathicness has increased. There are messages coming in to this person about how to create stability. And I'm hearing how to create stability for themselves. Because we have a history of this person helping other people, consciously or unconsciously, just naturally being a helper, a healer, a confidant, someone that people feel safe around. But there are messages coming in specifically for this person in particular that stability is on its way. So if you resonate with this side and you're like, I love helping people. I love having those deep conversations with people, helping them find their way. If they ask my advice, I'm more than happy to give it to them. If all they need is just a sounding board and a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen, I am there for them. But there's a small energy or a small inkling or a small realization or something. I don't know if I'm grabbing the right word, but there's something about, when will I have a certain level of stability in myself? When will I receive an answer about further stability or stabilization in my own life and my own energy? I don't feel like this person is upset, but I do feel like that's a question that they've been asking for a while. They've helped other people. In what way they've been asking spirit, in what way and how should they expect stability to come in for themselves? Let's look over here now. We'll get two cards since this side had two cards pop out. Sorry, hiccup. If you know my channel, when I hiccup, it's because I'm channeling a message, so I might be on to something, collective. Okay, there goes one. Let's go one more. Okay, so what we have here is the Magician and the High Priestess. As the truth that they're dealing with is about the Magician and the High Priestess. This revelation that this person's been having, the one that they haven't said anything to anyone yet, but they have just been kind of like, oh, let me put this on top like the other one. I want to make it like even. This revelation that this person has gone through, but they've not said anything, and they're trying to play it off like I did. Not everything's peachy keen over here. Everything's peachy keen over here. Nothing has changed. Look at me. I'm happy. I'm happy. Look at me. I'm laughing. I'm happy. But that's not that is not the case. They are in their head. They are feeling some type of way. They are recognizing and understanding the revelation that has been put to them. Even though there was, in the pre-shuffle, we had the energy of someone rejecting or being fearful of change, not wanting to adapt to how life and the universe is trying to move them forward. They know the real revelation. They see it. They don't want to talk about it because it makes them feel some type of way, and they're trying to pretend that everything is fine. This is why they're wearing a mask. This is why they're putting on a big display to detract from it to everyone that they haven't experienced this revelation. But the only one they're trying to detract is themselves, because people can see. People can see. All they have to do is turn the angle a little bit, and we can see the behind the peacock fan real easy. So they just have to be honest with themselves, and the honesty is with this Magician energy. They have the power to change their situation. They have everything at their disposal. Whatever situation that they're in that they want to change, alter, leave, approach. If they want a new job, a new place, a new relationship, maybe they're, like I said, maybe they were a long time single and they're like, am I really ready to give up my freedom? Is it really like, and that's part of the revelation I just heard. Is it really giving up your freedom, or are you just adding to a happiness that you've been wanting, but you're denying yourself? Alternatively, it could be this relationship makes me unhappy. This job makes me unhappy. This apartment building makes me unhappy. But I'm stuck here. Magician energy says, are you really stuck here? Because I don't see you change to a wall. Doesn't mean that the change has to be immediate, but you plan for it. You have the thought, you start planning for it, then you move on that plan. The truth is, they're in this situation, whatever it is. This person has been trying to help them out with whatever it is. What the, sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. Spirit is trying to make him aware that the truth is that they can change their situation at any point. They can vocalize their feelings, their disturbances, their hurts, their wants, their needs, their fears. They can change their situation. It may take time, it may take planning, it may take saving, it may take, putting on your grown-up pants and having a courageous conversation with someone about how you truly feel and how you want to do XYZ. But the point being is nobody is holding this person to the situation that they're in, only them, and they have the power to remove themselves from it or move towards something. With the High Priestess card is, earlier I said that this person may have communicated to this person, I don't need your woo-woo. I don't need that healing. Thank you. Thank you for praying for me. Or thank you for putting out, intentions for me or whatever. Again, ribbing or poking fun or marginalizing or minimizing this person's belief. It could have been in a very cutting, rude way, and it could have been in what they considered lighthearted ribbing or poking fun at. But the thing is, the revelation that they're also happening is, hey, turns out this person may be hearing the call. Maybe they are hearing their intuition. Maybe they are connecting with spirit. Maybe they're realizing that they're a little bit more connected to and interested in spirituality and the divine than they ever let themselves believe. High Priestess is about, this energy is silent and still. It's about stop crowding the space with noise and superfluous information. Sit in your own energy and feel. Listen to your inner voice, your inner intuition. What is it saying? There's something of knowledge. There's some sort of, again, revelation that is there, but it's if you keep talking and if you keep turning up the radio, you can't hear what someone is trying to communicate, but you just keep talking louder and you keep listening to that radio and you keep letting yourself get distracted. This is, in the proverbial sense, it's silence your mind, turn off the music, put down the phone, turn off the TV, listen. You know it to be true. So, I want to get an oracle. I didn't, again, normally I like to take a picture of the oracle cards that I'm putting out so that if people like them, they can look them up. I'll link the cards in the description box below, provided that the creator is still selling their cards. But there is, okay. I'm going to be using this deck, messages or spirit messages, because there's something about this connection that both of these people need to hear. So let's see what that is. Okay, we've got, whoop. Okay, the card we got was Trust. I'm trying to hold it up so that you can see it while I read it. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you forward, or urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Let me just read that for the people in the back again. I'm going to try and hold it a little bit straighter. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. I'm going to leave this here. Take that as it resonates. Often with oracle cards, I'll just read what it says on the card and let it just kind of marinate for you all, because that's spirit talking to you. Unless, of course, it's like a one word oracle card, in which case I'll grab the book. So that is the message for today. As far as the you and them kind of energy, again, I don't know whether or not this is romantic, whether or not this is platonic, whether or not this is familiar or like a coworker. That is up to you to decide, but hopefully this was helpful. I don't normally have a schedule, but it seems like I've been posting every day just because I've had something to say every day while I'm sitting in meditation, and it may continue to be that way. So until then, this is Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I will see you at the next reading.